arrived.
We here, baby. What's up, man? Hotep Con 2022. Second annual. It's up.
Who's going to court? Hotep. Where's she at? Did you tell her to come to passenger pickup?
It's lit. Kim, it's Hotep Jesus. We'll be back.
Yeah, we were just talking about that today. Got the balloons.
No, he really flew his spirit. He flew spirit airline. Who flies spirit airline? On purpose. Who does that? You never catch me.
I've seen it now.
Yo, I ain't never flying Frontier again. Jump seats. Every seat was a jump
Did I tell you about that?
Every seat was a jump seat. It hurt.
Frontier's like it's just a glorified spirit.
Didn't I just tell y'all they be having them jump seats, yo? That's what they call jump seats.
The entire plane jump seat.
Yes.
Nothing but boozy play.
You got nothing but
You? Everybody from Montreal used to play that. That was a classic.
That was a classic?
Yeah. From Pennsylvania?
That was a classic.
Was it?
That shit came out.
N.I.E.
Yeah.
No, because it was the one, something that was one, that one.
Super Thug.
Yeah, Super Thug.
Yeah, the one with
It had the one, yeah, the one with Pun on it. That was a classic.
That was the hardest song in the album.
Orange, yeah, orange.
Orange was the orange drink.
Orange drink.
Out here it's orange drink. I can't read that.
We doing bad out here, people.
The hot, yeah.
We doing
Hot
bad out
spicy or
here.
the hot?
No, the spicy.
They gonna go on the internet and go say these niggas is some fake
not
Hoteps.
the hot, yeah.
They not following the
yeah.
Dr. Sebi diet. This nigga just ordered a chicken sandwich. Cannon just opened, just ordered a Big Mac.
You know, this nigga just ordered sawdust with salt on it.
Hey yo, Brody, turn mine into another one.
And then
No pickles on my Big Mac. Pause.
you seen the show Hotep's Been Told You? All right, look it up right now on your phone while I'm waiting for my food. Hotep Jesus right there. So tell all the crew. So you just waited on.
Jeez, Lord.
You guys can use these for Hotep Been Told You, or we could do this high top like we did. Oh baby, it's so lit. It's so lit. We got our wonderful Lady Hoteps here. Trish. This is just such a wonderful guy. Exactly. Shit looking professional. This is Cisco sponsor.
Nice.
Yeah. He brought the bandage over, so I'm gonna. Welcome. Got two of my walls here with me. I'm in heaven right now.
Move that table over to the left a little bit.
Okay.
You see him finesse a little white girl out of a fresh cup of coffee and Starbucks. Well, Hotep Jesus. And y'all know him, y'all love him. The card purveyor himself. Uncle Hotep, get your ass out here.
Thank you, King. Everybody, clap for King Hotep.
Y'all know the deal. We go in for real. It ain't got no chill. Teach me how to grip. 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 Hotep and build. Y'all know the deal. We go in for real. It ain't got no chill. Teach me how to grip. 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 Save the date if you not.
What I heard, and what is probably true, it was invented in Tijuana, Mexico, in a restaurant called Caesar. So I always pay homage to the people that invent something in somewhere, and I like to bring some limes in because that's more Mexican than lemons. But so we're gonna mix them both to make the perfect Caesar dressing. Classic ingredient: Worcestershire sauce. My own touch to the classic Caesar, a little Tabasco.
I like to say that it is an absolute blessing to be in the presence of people and have you guys with me tonight. And only a female God can make something like that happen. Let's bless the hands that prepared this food, and let's bless the mouths that will enjoy this food. In Mother God's name, amen. Amen, right?
To me then, I bet they feel me now. Tom, don't let me lose it. The booth not about to prove it. I said goes and pursue it. You the best to never do it. Invest my money talking fluent, stupid, ducking the Judas. It broke my heart, but over my eyes, you have no honor, I have no choice. Chasing the commas till I'm gone. I've been left for a minute. On my way home, mama, I promise, got caught up in it. Damn. Everybody eats when I'm batting at the plate. First, second, third, home, $1 million base. Didn't listen to me then, I bet they feel me now. Tom, don't let me lose it. The booth not by.
It's a grifty Monday.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
It's a grifty Monday, y'all. How y'all feeling?
Hotep Jesus? I love that guy. He's terrific.
That Hotep Jesus dude.
Tariq Nasheed made the cover today. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed. He'll be in our white supremacy grift section. That's going to be wonderful. That's going to be great. So he'll be in that section. We got a lot to cover today. It's a lot in the grift bag. It's a Monday. It's a grifty Monday. We got a lot in the grift bag. Shout out to my grifters in the chat. Shout out to our members. We got members and we got grifters in the chat. If you ain't a member, you a grifter. So shout out to the grifters. Shout out to the members. I appreciate you. It's the Grift Report. I'm gonna work with Renee. We're gonna get a lower third, and it'll sit at the bottom here underneath my camera. Yeah, my camera's even off. Like my arm's chopping off. I'll have to fix that at some point. Probably when I change this lower third. So we're gonna get something to say Grift Report here along the bottom. I hope you're feeling well. Without further ado, let's just dive right into the grift bag. I don't even want to hold this from you. It's a Masculinity Monday, so we're gonna be talking man stuff. But we can't go there until we talk about the man, the myth, and the legend himself. You'll see him on the screen in just a moment. Let me see. Here we go. Wait, no. Right there. You see him? The man, the myth, the legend. Mr. 4-5. Now, a clip has been leaked from his deposition. I guess this is the situation regarding, you know, that case that they ran down on him for. Recently, the most recent one. I know it's like, you know, I don't know how many. They impeached him. They're doing anything to stop this guy. Some people speculate that Trump is a psyop and they're hating on him on purpose to make him a martyr. Well, if that's true, well, they're doing a goddamn good job, because I don't know if you could sign me up for this. But anyway, let's go to the clip.
When you said in that video that Ms. Leeds would not be your first choice, you were referring to her physical looks, correct?
Just the overall. I look at her, I see her, I hear what she says, whatever. You wouldn't be a choice of mine either, to be honest with you. I hope you're not insulted. I would not, under any circumstances, have any interest in you. I'm honest when I say it. I would not have any interest in.
When you said in that video that...
Matter of fact, I gotta give him a savage. He said, her. I have no interest in. And I totally understand that. You know, a lot of times it's women, you know, we definitely wouldn't be attracted to, you know, that tryness, you know, type of stuff. But yeah, just nasty work against 4-5 here. You know, he is a victim, you know, of, you know, cold hard abuse of power, I believe. Meantime, we have the Hunter Biden investigation. Apparently, at the dawn, they're doing anything to distract us from that. If you notice, you know, all these stories that come up, you know, of course, like why would they come up? We know why. Because they're trying to lay out the smoke screen. This is the smoke screen to keep you distracted from all that is happening in the world. I'll show you here. Give me just a moment. They asked Karine Jean-Pierre. Karine Jean-Pierre. Yo, my camera's messed up. I apologize, y'all. Hold on, let me fix this. Right there. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know how that happened. That's a software glitch. Let's go here. You'll see it on your screen right now. You see that? White House prepares for possible charges against Hunter Biden. You see that? This is published when? When was this published? Here it is right here. May 8th. May 8th. Oh, would you look at that? Today's May 8th. So if you wonder why all this stuff is happening around you, maybe, just maybe, this is the reason why. Just maybe. I don't know. Hold on. It's Monday. I forgot to organize my screens. Hold on. Let me just attach these two together so I can check on the chat. All right. What up, chat? Trish, what up, yo? Trish in the chat. So meanwhile, we got to see 4-5 in a deposition. But what don't we get? What don't we get? We don't get the Hunter Biden stuff. We don't get it. This is the man we see, painted as the bad guy. It's nasty work out here, man. I watched Uncle Hotep's show last night. It was good. It was a good show. He did a good job. We're going to cover some of the same stuff. We'll get into some of his takes when we talk about this neo-Nazi guy. I guess there's like La Raza Nazi. We got La Raza Nazis. That should sound like a fucking pizza pie shop. Let's go back in the grift bag. You know what else we got in the grift bag? Something every grifter needs. Let's go to the tape. Let's go to the clip. Will AI replace you? Hotep Jesus has a message for us. Here's the cold, hard truth. AI is probably going to replace you. At the very least, it's going to change your life. You combine that with the incursion of communism, it's not much time left, especially if you live in America. At this point, it's time to squeeze out more time in your day. How are you going to do that? Well, you're going to have to start to try and increase your productivity. So we're here to help. We've put together a wonderful productivity kit. It's going to come with a daily ritual, a checklist, a blueprint guide to help you become more productive, and much more. And the great news is it's free. Go ahead, hit the download button, and start to become a more productive individual. There's not much time left. Here's the cold, hard truth. AI is... Everybody see that? All right, now I'm going to show it to you. This is the Grifter's Guide to Productivity. I know some of y'all out there struggling with the grift. Some of y'all got to steal other people's stuff to grift. Others of you are honest people trying to do it get it out the mud the real way. So we got a free productivity toolkit right here. Go to my Twitter page. You'll see it right there, pinned. It's the free Grifter's Productivity Guide. I'm going to show you how to become more productive. And also, if you become a member, we're going to have classes. We're going to do our first classes. One of our first class on productivity in particular with myself, my partner, who is a flow specialist. This is someone who helps you like get into the flow of your day so you can really just knock out your work. So, that's what he teaches in this guide. Also, like I said, it comes with the 44-page guide, your focus checklist, your daily focus checklist, your daily ritual, and then a worksheet so you can sort of track all this stuff on your own. Make a copy of that. It is made in Google Sheets and Google Docs. So you'll have two different versions of that. So go ahead, sign up. Like I said, the link is on my Twitter. I'm running ads on Twitter, so you might see my ad. If you see my ad, go ahead and don't click on it unless you're going to get the guide, because it's going to cost me money. So yeah, I really, really appreciate that. So yeah, it's the Grifter's Guide. So, Grifty Monday, I couldn't let a Grifty Monday go to waste without sharing that with you. Let's go back in the grift bag. What else is in this mixed bag? The Texas story. We still got remnants of last week. Let's go here. Let's just get this out the way. T-woman is cleared of flashing her thang at Ohio YMCA after judge ruled she's too fat for her genitals to be visible. Lord have mercy. Bro, what is life? Is the judge trolling? Oh my Lord. I think the judge found a loophole. We got to give the judge a grifty. He found a loophole. He was like, yo, if I convict this person, they're gonna say, you know, I'm transphobic. He's like, I got a loophole. He was up all night thinking about this. I got it. I know what I'll do. Innocent, because I can't see that little motherfucker. Savage. Savage. Judge, absolute savage. J.A. says, I hate it here. Oh, man, listen. Oh, my God, listen. It's ugly. Shout out to the Grift Report. Hit them likes. Hit the share button. Likes, we could do better. Like 39 likes. Come on, jig the algo so the notifications could go out. All right, let's go back to the Grift bag. Absolutely horrendous. America, do better. World, do better. Because that might not even be America. That looks like UK or something. I don't know. That might not even. But is YMCA global? Anyway, who cares? So let's go back to, we have to revisit Jordan Neely. Okay. And, you know, we got Jordan Neely. I don't want to play the tape, but we got Jordan Neely. He's laid over there, you know, little situation where they're trying to resuscitate him. So the caption here says, let's read the caption. It says here, hold on. All my screens is messed up today. That's weird. So what happens when you unlock your stuff. Daniel Petty is clearly putting Jordan Neely in the recovery position, and NYC subway passengers compliment his intervention. This is an important part of the story that the media is omitting. Share this far and wide. Now, Uncle Hotep, you know, we spoke about this Thursday for the Thursday show. Hotep's Been Told You. And, you know, this is one of the warnings we put out. We said, you know, it'll happen like late in the week, you know, Wednesday. It really won't hit news until, well, we covered on the show Wednesday. It really didn't hit the spheres until Thursday. Thursday hit, things kind of took off with the Jordan Neely story, and that allowed it to, you know, Friday organization and then Saturday launch. And basically this is, you know, the protocol for the black male death grift. Okay. So Saturday, the launch, everybody comes out, you have your protests, et cetera, et cetera. This is the protocol. This is the program. They basically have like this is automated pretty much. This thing is automated. This is a system. This is an automated system. It's really just a trigger of a button. You have various nonprofit groups. Many of them serve various different groups, minority groups, protected classes of people. And you have, to tell you how this really works, you have field people, and these field people go out and they collect data, aka your email address, your phone number. They speak with you. They tell you what they're about. They'll invite you to a meeting. You may or may not attend those meetings. If you attend those meetings, then you'll get escalated. Maybe you start working with the organization. Maybe you work your way up that organization, but you come basically a handler, right, at that point. So, you know, once the office, you know, the mothership of this said nonprofit receives your information, they'll email you and say, hey, justice for Jordan Neely this Saturday, Union Square, be there 10 a.m. You know, if you want to volunteer, be there at 9 a.m. Right? These things, and this is just a button. They just hit the button and the email goes out, you know, because there's an email coordinator that coordinates all this stuff, and then everything happens systematically. So when we spoke about this on Thursday, you know, this is the protocol we expected over the weekend, and over the weekend, as we saw massive protests in New York City, a lot of disruption on the trail, absolute mayhem. But this is nothing new. Like I said, this stuff is on a cycle. Let's go to a clip. Let's go back in the Grift bag. Let's pull this up on the screen. I'm not even going to read the caption yet. Let's just see.
I'm not playing with the city. I'm not playing with the NYPD. You can take a fucking picture and put it up on the precinct. Talk about it. We don't tear the city up if we don't make some change.
Yes, we will.
It's not.
Jordan Neely. Jordan Neely.
Black woman. Strong black woman. Same program, same protocol. You know, you're going to need a NASA to speak for you. So, you know, you have your black female or woman NASA. I don't know if we're allowed to use the term woman. You know, I don't know if her pronouns are she, her, or what, but that's what it appears to me. I just want you to just take a look at the background. I want you to see and observe all of the white liberals and all of the non-blacks. We have one black. Okay, I see a gentleman in the back. He appears to be a NASA. So we have two NASAs, three NASAs. That might be a half-breed NASA in the back. Who's that right there? So let's call it four. I think that's a NASA standing right here in the red. It keeps the camera mister. Right here, I think that's a NASA. Is that a NASA? That's a NASA. 5, 6. So we got 6 NASAs in the crowd. I don't know how many are off camera. But this is the usual where, you know, minorities are minorities in a situation. Oh, there's another NASA. 6. Maybe a couple in the back. But, you know, white folks come and this is what I would like to call psychological torture. It's a psychological torture. You know, it's like Black Mirror. You know, Black Mirror, where, you know, you get caught in one of those instances and like every day is Groundhog Day and you have to like relive the same life over and over again till you just lose your mind. That's what this is, except it happens generationally. So generationally, you fall for a psyop, and now you're in the streets, and you think you're doing something great and righteous. You think you're a revolutionary. You think you're living the revolution. You think you're Huey P. Newton or somebody, and they hand you the microphone to amplify, you know, the psyop, and here you are. And then if people criticize or make you aware of your actions, you know, they might be called a coon or, you know, a conservative or whatever other term they might use to lambast you, right? And again, that's part of the deterrence mechanism. That's part of the psyop protection systems. All these things are automated systems. They're even, you know, programmed into the mind of the individual. So again, and they don't use black men, you know, they use black women specifically. So you always see a female NASA there, with the mic in her hand. And, you know, I just feel bad. I feel bad because she thinks she's doing something great, but really the louder she speaks, the more she destroys black people. You know, and part of this psyop is the hop, skip, and hop, skippity. You know, the psyop really is about, you know, ultimately distraction, right? But what they want you to do is they want you to, you know, be bouncing around from city to city. You know, that something happened here, something happened there. We got to go, and you never really focus at home. And really, what it's about is it's about building systems. It's not really about you know, going out and demonstrating. It's about the system, and you know, when they go out and demonstrate, there's no system behind them. The system is what put them there for the specific purposes of protecting and proliferating the psyop. But outside of that, there is no safeguards there. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. Getting text messages and whatnot. So, yeah, like I said, they'll you have to repeat this like Black Mirror, where you have to relive your like generation after generation, and somebody has to break the cycle or break the curse. You got to break the curse. Otherwise, you'll always be running after, one psyop to the next. Let's go back in the Grift bag for some more clips. Hold on. Let's go back in the Grift bag for more clips. Let me see here. Where's the one? Hold on. I thought I saved it. I think I just saved that one. But they're a dime a dozen. Here we go. This is the clip I wanted. I know I'd find it easily. Look at this. This is what I want y'all to understand the plight of the black man. And this is why they can't get black men to do the job, because this is black men. And they say, oh, black women are on the front lines of Black Lives Matter. And it's just like, you know where the black man is? He's right here and he's trying to go to work. He's right here and he's trying to go to work. You see who fighting the black man, right? I want you to see who got the most lip for the black man in this clip. We're going to rewind it. I just want you to see. I hear her in my ear, and then she finally came into the camera. Just listen. See her? You see it? It's the black man versus the black woman. All because she thinks she a revolutionary. All because she thinks something tragic happened. Something tragic did happen, but he came to get to work. Brother trying to feed his family.
They lynching us out here, bro.
They lynching us out here, bro. They lynching us out here, bro. No, they not.
They are lynching us out here, bro. They are lynching us out here. I understand. They lynching us out here.
I'm black. I understand.
Bro, Jordan Neely was from my hood, bro. I know the nigga personally.
Jordan Neely was from my hood. I know him personally.
He's from my hood. Niggas, you don't have to explain to niggas, my nigga. Fuck it. Don't explain to niggas, my nigga.
You don't have to explain the NASA's. My NASA. New York is different. New York is absolutely different. I don't take the subway no more. I used to take the subway. If I'm Dolo, I'll take the subway, but I wouldn't take women or children into the subway. I definitely would not take women or children into that subway.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Dolo? Yeah, I'd take the chance, Dolo. You know, I'd have bust Jordan Neely ass and I wouldn't have had to kill him. Like I said before, I'm not here for violence. I'm not advocating for violence, but if, I'd be able to defend myself. But at the end of the day, I'd have had Jordan Neely doing a moonwalk. I'd have threw him $10 and told that motherfucker do a moonwalk. I'd have threw him $10, told him do a moonwalk, went viral on TikTok. He'd still be alive. But that's just me though.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
That's just me though. Brother look like he needs some help. Look, here's $10, man. Bust a moonwalk from me, man. Show me that MJ stuff you be doing. You know what I mean? I'm different, you know. Also, I don't really get scared in situations like that. I've been in situations where, like, you know, like bums be wilding on a train and stuff like that. I've been in those situations before. I usually be pretty calm. I'm usually calm in like the situations where, like, you know, most people would panic, or like, I'm like the opposite. Like where most people are calm, I panic, and where most people panic, I'm very calm and like zen, and I'm like in the moment, and I get like this super laser, ultra instinct focus, and I'm able to maneuver a certain way. But also, I think when you have a certain, you know, I think when you're in alignment with the God frequency, life tends not to bother you.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
You tend not to be in these situations, you know, and you know, deciding not to take the subway is a choice, you know. Dying on the subway is a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice. Hit them likes. We got 200 in the room. It's a Grifty Monday. We still going over Jordan Neely stuff. But look. But I want you to look at this exchange at the end here. Right here. Look at how the brother's probably got his hand on his chest. He's like, bro, I'm black. The symbology of what I'm showing you today is the ritual at play. So we saw before the black woman with the microphone amplifying the message of the psyop. Then we saw the black woman fighting this guy. And then we see the black man, as Uncle Hotep mentioned last night, got his do-rag on. There's a working brother, got his do-rag on, which means he cares about his appearance. That's what the do-rag means. If you see a black man with his do-rag on, it means he actually cares about his appearance. And his waves are either super fresh under there or super unfresh. Either way, you know, either it's not ready to be unveiled yet, or he's trying to help you out so you don't got to see his ruined hairline. Okay? That's usually why brothers rock those. I know from experience because that was, you know, my ritual. So here you have the brother with his do-rag on, hand on his chest, trying to get to work. And you have, I think that's a non-black, maybe even, maybe we call that a hood white. I don't know. What is this guy? Puerto Rican on the left right here? What is he? What's this guy on the left? He looks hood certified. He's probably Hispanic. I would say he's Hispanic. He's got the terror squad. You know what I mean? Shout out to Terror Squad, by the way. I fucks with Terror Squad. One of my closest homies is Terror Squad. Like, all his cousins is Terror Squad. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Shout out to Terror Squad. Those are the homies. That's fam right there. Okay? So, you know, you got him, right? And let's pretend he's not Terror Squad for a moment. Let's just pretend, for the sake of my analogy here, we pretend this is a white man, right? And you had a white man, because remember, Hispanics are the new white supremacists. If you let the media tell it. What they say about the Texas thing, we're going to talk about the Texas thing in a moment. That's right. So you got the white supremacists here, and he's telling the black man, you know, look, you know, and he might know Jordan Neely. He might be from his hood. I don't know. I don't know anything about these details or where Jordan Neely's from or anything like that. But look at the black man with his hand on his chest, and he's like, the whole world is trying to explain to me, you know, why I should care about other people's problems. Meanwhile, those people don't care about mine because they're stopping me from getting to where I'm going. This is white liberalism as a hurdle, as a roadblock to a black man's achievement.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
That's what this whole situation is. This whole psyop is obstructing the black man. And the black man just wants to go to work. That's the symbolism we're seeing play out right here. Meanwhile, the liberal psyop is holding him back. That is the metaphor for a black man's life.
Hotep Jesus. I love that guy. He's terrific.
These are the facts. These are the facts. And again, it's not just the psyop. So we got the psyop, right? Then we got right here the black woman yelling at him. Go take the other train, get your ass off the train. You know what I'm saying? A real sister would have been like, excuse me, y'all, let me talk to the brother. And they would have had a nice, silent, quiet conversation, and the situation would have been resolved. A good sister with good divine feminine energy could have, remedied this entire situation with this black man. Simply, too, and rather quickly. Tory Nix comes to mind. Tory Nix comes to mind as somebody who could, and that's kind of ironic because she's a lesbian. But I love Tory Nix. That's my sister. I love Tory Nix. I love Tory. But I think she has divine feminine energy. And it's kind of funny because she's, they would call her, I think the term is stud, or she's the masculine side of the woman. But to me, she's a woman, But I think she's more in touch with her divine feminine than some feminine straight girls, like Ebony K. Williams. I would look at Tory Nix. Tory Nix dressed like a dude. I would say Tory Nix has more divine feminine energy than Ebony K. Williams. And Ebony K. Williams aesthetically looks like a woman. You'd be like, if she closed her mouth, you'd be like, yeah, she's hot, She's an attractive woman. But Tory Nix, a stud lesbian, has more divine feminine energy than a straight, beautiful black woman. I don't know. And so when you look at this girl here, if she's not tapped into her divine feminine, what they do is they awaken the masculine parts of the woman. And this is to have a posture of attack, a posture of being on the offense, as opposed to being whole, being pure, and being able to, I would say, absorb and then transmute energy. Because you don't want to absorb, you want to take the negative energy, absorb, and then redirect, deflect, even reflect. A lot of times bad behavior, for example, my son was acting up in the store. He's, running around acting stupid. And I didn't say anything to him. I didn't tell him to, stop acting stupid. I had his brothers and sisters there. And all I did was I told them to stop while their little brother ran down the aisle acting like a monkey. And we sat there and we just all laughed at him. And then he was like, oh, I look like a clown. That's the mirror. That's the reflection. People who are good with people understand how to put that mirror up. Sometimes you just got to show people themselves and they fix the rest. So this is what I'm talking about when a woman's tapped into her divine feminine, and this is what we see. A woman like this, at the moment, she's not tapped into her divine feminine. And all it is to stop the black man.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
The white liberal psyop. And the thing is, they're going to use a dead black man to stop another one. And then they're going to say he's the sellout. They're going to make him a villain. They're going to make this black man the villain. The guy trying to get to work, they're going to make him a villain because he don't want to march and protest. And he trying to tell him. And brothers know about the psyop. They know this brother knows about the psyop. He like, look, you don't have to tell me about the situation. I already know what's going on. I know why y'all down here. I know y'all NPCs, you know what I mean? Whatever. You know what's funny is, who was I speaking to the other day? Oh, man. Oh, I know who I was speaking to. Okay, when I was in Austin, I was hanging out with some folk. And one of my folk told me he was in the George Floyd protests. Okay, he was in one in his area, the George Floyd protests. And he said in hindsight, he feels so stupid. So stupid. He was like, yo, I was out there. I thought, protesting for George Floyd, And then, he looked back and he saw the psyop and everything. And he like, damn, I was one of them. I was out there. So I know what it's like. And I can't, I think the difference between me and the rest of these other people is I was raised Hotep. So, when I became of age, I used to go to the Nation of Islam rallies on my own. I used to go on my own. Like, I'm going to Harlem. I want to go to the NOI got a festival. I used to go to the Farrakhan joints. When I was 21, I'd get on the train and I'd go. I'd take the subway. I remember one time I was down there. This is when I was rapping. You know what I mean? I was pushing my brain. I was showing up to where people like rap music, right? So this is when me and Demic was a group. And we went out there, we took pictures, I put my black fist in the air. I felt like a revolutionary because I was around my people and all of that. And it's a good vibe. I'm not going to say it's not a good vibe, but I think we got to understand, we got to put in context what it is exactly that you're doing, because I didn't go to any protests. I don't think I've ever been to a protest. I can't remember a single time I've been. Actually, we got protested. I remember we had a Trump rally and we got protested, and I was like in the middle of that shit. It's a video on my channel where some girl attacked me. Y'all gotta pull that up, man. So, but I've never been to a protest. I would just go to rallies and festivals. They, the NOI used to pop up a stage. Sometimes they had hip hop artists would come through and rap. And I just wanted to be around my peoples, right? So, when it was, by the time people were, BLM marching and protesting, I had already understood the psyop of all of that, I think from Mike Brown is really where I learned my lesson, because Mike Brown happened. I was really upset. The whole timeline was upset. I remember I cried. And then, you had, well, I was Ferguson. So then you had Darren Seals. I'm talking to Darren Seals, and Darren Seals is telling me how he's smacking Black Lives Matter people in the face. And this is in Ferguson. This is 2015 we're talking about here. 2014, 2015. Right? So I had to direct connect to the psyop. Also, you got to remember, I was at Occupy Wall Street. Now that was a protest, but it wasn't like, marching. Like, they occupied. Like, they had tents, they had food. You can go down there and get ice cream from Ben and Jerry's. Ben or Jerry, one of them was the guy serving it. So we would go down there and hang out. I used to go down there. I used to give speeches. You say something, they repeat you. And, I used to go down there and give motivational speeches. I was down there one time with Russell Simmons. He showed up. Dinesh D'Souza shot a documentary, America Imagine a World Without Her. I was in that. And I remember being at Occupy Wall Street, like looking at everybody, trying to figure out who the Fed was. I'm 30 plus years old at this point. So I'm kind of like, I'm pretty conscious. I'm pretty aware. And I'm just looking at people like, are you the Fed? Are you the Fed? Are you the Fed? Are you the Fed? Trying to figure out who the Fed is. And there's cops everywhere. Surveilling the area, et cetera, et cetera. So I think, that's why I wasn't, and that's why sometimes I want to cut people some slack. Like, hey, I know you got caught up in the psyop, sometimes that happens. And, I got caught up in it emotionally, with the Mike Brown verdict. I definitely, I felt the pain of my people. And I vowed I'll never feel that pain again, right? Because it's an emotional trigger. And, but it's based upon false evidence. It's an emotional trigger based upon false evidence. This idea that, white people are out to get black people. And it's just like, no, you have a ruling class that pits black people against white people. It's a psyop on both ends. And then once you understand this psyop, you're able to maneuver it. So I think that's why I never had that moment where, I went to a protest. Eric Santos said, how old are you? I'm 42, man. I'm 42. So I've been around, I've been around the sun a couple of times. Had a couple of trips around the sun a couple of times. So seen a few things. But yeah, here they are, protesting. Again, it's a cycle. So when you see these things, right? Like I saw them happen with each death. When you see these things, like it's so easy for me to just call to play because I know the protocol now because I've seen it. I've seen it's a rerun. I told people like life is a rerun. This is why I study history. I don't study now. I study history because if I study history, I know now. That's why I wrote the book, The Patriot Report, Unmasking the Conspiracy of Money and War.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Get them likes up. 237 in the room. Get the likes up. Let me see if there's any more Jordan Neely in the Grift bag. I might have a couple more clips in here. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what I got. Let me see what I got in the Grift bag. Then we're going to go to some Masculinity Monday stuff. And then we got to talk about the Texas situation. And we got some Ben Shapiro in the bag. We got some Ben Shapiro in the bag. Okay. Oh, this is what I wanted to show you. Look at this. Let's pull this up on the screen. Now, this is Uncle Hotep's take right here, which I agree with, by the way. You got to be at least 71 years of age for reparation. I hope this is a misprint. It decreased by nearly 4 years for Black Californians from 74.8 years to 71. And by 3 years for Asian Californians. A team of economists have calculated that Black California at least 71 years old can trace their lineage back to this and could receive up to $1.2 million in cash. You better find somebody and call them grandma. It's grifting season. It's grifting season. I know somebody out there right now running ads like, yo, anybody know a grandma? I mean, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. I'm calling everybody I know. You over the age of 71, you in California? I can get you some money. How would you like $100,000? Nah, we ain't going bankrupt. We're not going bankrupt, Grandma. Oh, man. Nah, Ben Crump does a good job. He does good. He does good work. He's never robbed nobody. Everybody got paid that dealt with Ben Crump. But yo, you gotta find grandma. Gotta find grandma. Get you a little cut. Tell her, grandma, I'll get you this 1.2 million. Let me hold 100. I'll take a 10% fee on that. I'll take a 10% fee. I wouldn't even do 15. I wouldn't even do grandma 15. I'd do 10% for grandma. I'll take 5 for grandma. You know what I'm saying? I need something though. I need something. I'll drive her there, help her sign the paperwork, read all the documents and the contracts. We take care of grandma. Make sure grandma get paid, connect her Bitcoin account, her bank account. We get it all settled. You know what I mean? It's time to find a grandma in California, man. It's grifting season. Go back in the grift bag. It's ugly out here. And that's why I told y'all, you let the white liberal start drawing up paperwork, you might not like the terms and conditions. You might not like the terms and conditions. Be very careful. Be very, very careful. When we go into the Texas stuff, I'm going to have to open up a lot of whatchamacallit, browser tabs. But we're going into Masculinity Monday. Then we're going to cover Texas. Then we're going to open up phone lines. 202-596-5631. 202-596-5631. All right, let's go here. How much does the first date cost? $1,000 in 2023. It's $1,000, man. It's $1,000, man. Here's what I found out. Here's what I found out. If I had to do it all over again, here's what I found out. You never really know who you are, right? When you're young, you don't know who you are. You don't know what you want. Some people saw this, they lost their mind. So we're going to go over it a little bit here. I just want y'all to see one thing only. Okay. Here's the problem right here. Here's the problem. Where is it? Right here. Can you guys see that? Let me make sure you guys can see that. There we go. Yeah, I see that, right? Some of you savages only want her for her body. Less than half of you will actually be presented with the opportunity to fornicate with the Jezebel. See, the thing is, when people got upset with this, what they thought was, you know, you're just trying to find some girl to screw. And, you know, I don't know. In that case, I'm just wondering why you're even spending a little $100 or whatever for Applebee's or wherever you're taking her. If you're just trying to smash and the chick is local, it should be free. As if you got game. If you have game. If you have game, girls will throw you the vajayjay. You ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to do nothing. You 20-something? House parties. You know, we used to have house parties and stuff or whatever. Hotel parties. You know, that's what we did. You know. And if girls liked you, you got girls. If they didn't like you, you just, you know, you were outside smoking weed and rapping with the homies. There was a lot of nights where, you know, you was in the cypher. You know, some guys got the girls, you didn't get no girls, so you was outside rapping. There's a lot of nights I was outside rapping. It happens. You know what I mean? You got to charge at the game. But I wasn't about to take no girls and no date. I wasn't about to offer no money. I didn't have it. Not until I got to the mortgage situation real heavy. Anyway, so here's the main point. $4,000 date. So my thing is, because, you know, you young kids have the social media, you can genetically select. You can pick any woman from around the world, right? So why get a chick that's local? And the main reason why is because you never want to date a woman that you can't walk away from. By dating a woman who lives a significant distance from you, you're able to keep enough distance in case there isn't chemistry and enough distance to keep the chemistry. Besides, distance is a hop, skip, and a jump if you're a high-value man. Okay? Now, here's the other main point. $1,000 date is cheaper than a 6-month relationship. Some of y'all gonna go on that cheap-ass date, fake fall in love with the broad, be in a 6-month relationship. She gonna bang a bunch of other dudes while y'all together. She gonna bang her ex, some dude she met at a hotel party. And you know how much that's gonna cost you? $10,000 minimum. Minimum. It costs a 6-month relationship costs $10,000 minimum. I'm trying to save you guys money. Can't spend money on a chick that ain't near you. Oh, you can. And she might be worth it. You know, you might want to send her a gift for her birthday, Valentine's Day, I guess, whatever. But we're saving you money. A 6-month relationship costs $10,000 minimum. Some of y'all ain't got that. Some of y'all don't got $10,000 to your name. I know what that's like. That's a rough place to be. I remember having only $10,000 to my name, and I bet it all on myself. And it worked out. There's a lot of cheap dates in that time period. But a 6-month, now why would a 6-month relationship cost you $10,000 minimum? Minimum. I'm going to tell you why. Opportunity cost. That's why girlfriends are more expensive than what you're paying for a date. They're way more expensive than that because you have to factor in time lost. You got to lay down with her. You got to watch TV with her. You got to go over her house. She got to come over your house. You know, all this stuff that's going to take you away from your work. The thing that is going to make her attracted to you most. And you have to stay dedicated to your work. Otherwise, you will not be able to provide the lifestyle that she desires. So you got to stay in the trenches. You can't stay in the trenches with a local chick. You can't do it unless she's in the trenches with you. And I don't know who really wants their girl in the trenches with them. Some of you do. And I can understand where it can make sense sometimes. You know, she has certain skills and techniques, you know, she wants to run your social media or something like that. I could see stuff like that, you know. But you don't really want your girl in the trenches with you. Really, the ideal situation is you want her spending the majority of her time taking care of the kids. You want her being a mom. That's what you want her to do. You want her spending time educating herself, training herself, and therefore training the kids, right? You want her to be super and smart. You want to invest in your woman's education. You know, I think investing in women's education is some of the best money ever, right? Just the value that you could get from your woman knowing things. You know, this will turn her sort of into an intellectual, spiritual advisor, right? Okay, this is a relationship is supposed to look like if you're a high value man. Okay, this is what we all work towards, right? But a 6-month relationship is going to cost you $10,000 because while she's hanging out with you, you're not working. You're not working. And it's going to cost even more if you knock her up. So people think the $1,000 date is expensive. No, the $1,000 date is cheap compared to a $10,000 relationship. Those are just the facts. So go to menoforder.com. We're going to open up phone lines in a minute, too. What up, chat? What up, chat? What up, chat? What up, chat? You know, this is for my guys that are high value men. This is high value man talk. Right? High value man. If you consider yourself a high value man, what you do is you genetically select a mother for your children and then invest in the mother and your children.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
This is what you do. This is what you do, man. Damn, my camera's still acting crazy. What the hell? Anyway, I'll fix that later. Yeah, why is it like that? I'll fix it, whatever. If you're not with me, then I don't know. I think we got different dreams. You know, we got different dreams. So let's go to the next piece in the grift bag connected to this piece of logic here. Piece of logic. Where is it? All right, here we go, right here. Let's watch.
Jordan Poole, you spent $500,000 on a Ice Spice date.
He's a munch.
You're a munch, and you.
He spent how much?
Jordan Poole, you spent $500,000 on.
$500,000. I told you, I'm trying to save y'all money. Now, Jordan Poole's an NBA player, okay? I believe he's an athlete. He's a high value man. This is high value man talk. If you don't understand if you're a low value man, you can never understand high value man talk. You just can't understand it. You know, we speak in a whole nother language. It's like alien to you. It's like alien to you.
On a Ice Spice date.
He's a munch.
You're a munch.
Called him a munch. Oh my Lord. Hold on, let me check on Rumble. What up, Rumble? Hit the like button, Rumble. All right, let's go back. And then we're gonna talk about the Texas stuff. But it's Masculinity Monday. We gotta talk to the homies.
And you're playing like a fucking munch. This is not you from last year, bro. Go back to Milwaukee and figure it the fuck out and get back in the playoffs because you look crazy. It's because I had your back last year. Yeah. You got niggas out here talking about, yeah, what was all that Jordan Poole shit you was popping? You fucking a munch.
Chill.
You're a munch because I got his back.
Order
See,
in
a
the
lot
court.
of niggas don't know Jordan Poole was in the G League.
Yeah.
And then he had to come back and I'm like, yeah, nigga got his just due. Now you a munch. I better see a fucking difference. Because let me tell you something, what Steve Kerr is doing, this is what Steve Kerr is doing. He's putting you out there against the niggas your age. Ja Morant's killing you.
Yo, get him a towel, killing you, sweating too much.
He pissing me off. I'm sick of that nigga.
This nigga Jordan Poole, I knew he was bugging. This nigga did an in and out and ran the nigga over. I said,
because he's erratic. Because what happens is this. What happens is this. When you start dating the Ice Spices and the people, they say, boo watching. Boo watching. Let me get all crazy because
Chat. Do you know who Ice Spice is? I have a theory on why Ice Spice is like popular. The first time I saw Ice Spice was, I think, a clip with, maybe it was a TikTok clip with Kanye West's daughter. Is that Northwest? They were doing one of those TikTok dances. That's the first time I believe I saw Ice Spice or could identify Ice Spice if I saw her. I believe Ice Spice got that. Who's the mama over there? The Kardashian mama. I think the Kardashian mama is helping with the Ice Spice thing. Maybe it's the music. I haven't gotten a chance to listen to the music. Maybe it's the music. Many men comment on her backside, but I don't think that's it because all the girls got a backside these days. So it can't be that. But, I think it has a lot to do with her proximity to the Kardashian family. All right, let's go back.
She don't give a fuck. She from the Bronx, bro. Fordham Road. Have you been to Fordham Road? Jordan Poole, next time you go to New York, go around Fordham Road, Concourse, High Bridge, South Bronx. You gonna see what you spent $500,000 on and be like, yo,
oh my God.
Was wild.
You was wild. You could have got her a pizza.
Yeah.
He said you could have got her a pizza.
He could have bought a pizza.
You would have definitely got a slice of the soda. And shit would have been cool, man. Cut it the fuck out, bro. I didn't mean to go that deep on Jordan Poole. I'm sick of this shit.
Say what you had to say.
Let me get my Michael Irvin. Let me get my Michael Irvin.
We coming back to you. Go ahead.
Say a message to Jordan.
Cam and Mace are hilarious. He spent $500,000, and people wonder why I said a date costs $1,000. A date. If you're not ready to wife a man, I don't know if you're spending $500,000. And do you even know a woman that fast to spend $500,000 on her? It's kind of wild. So when I said the date was $1,000, again, I was trying to save you high value dudes some money. And low value dudes is what responded to the post because, well, they don't have $1,000. And I was there at one point, I didn't have $1,000 and that really sucked. And when you're 20, sometimes you're 20 something, sometimes that's how life is, but you got to learn to stack your chicken. Put your chicken away, put it in investments, and, save for a rainy day. Or I like to say invest for a rainy day, although the entire Biden administration has been one long rainy day. Let's go back. Let's go back in the grift bag. All right, so let's open up the Texas stuff. No, wait. Let's go to Ben Shapiro first. Hold on. Let's go to Ben Shapiro first. Then we're going to go to Texas stuff. I don't know what the hell is going on. But we're going to play this Ben Shapiro clip. Fair use and all of that. Big Ben, big boss Ben, pause.
Hi, Ben. Thanks for having me on. If it's okay, I'd like to preface my question with some information very briefly.
Go for it.
In 2011, there was some research and some studies done by the University of Florida showing how exposure to the toxin mercury was able to turn heterosexual birds homosexual.
What? Daily Wire over there. Sound like they got a Jonah Ryan calling in.
The mercury acted as a hormone disruptor inside the birds, and it drastically changed their testosterone and their estrogen.
YouTube, I don't know this guy. YouTube, I don't know this guy. I don't know him. Sound like that conspiracy theory stuff to me.
Those studies were peer-reviewed and conclusive. Mercury is also proven to be a potent hormone disruptor in humans.
Hold on. Ben's just typing while this dude says all of this? All right, let's hear what Ben got to say.
Influence sexual orientation or gender dysphoria.
Okay, so, I mean, it is certainly the case that, and this is, you know, they've done multiple studies, not just with regard, you're right about the bird study, by the way.
Oh, snap. Damn. Ben said he's right about the bird study. Maybe Ben was looking it up while he was talking.
They've done multiple studies on the fact that, for example, the environmental factors in water can change how frogs develop or how fish develop. It would be shocking if environmental factors couldn't change how humans develop in any way. I mean, we know this, for example, with regard to lead, that human intake of lead leads to dramatically lower IQs, apparently. So the notion that could have no impact whatsoever, that environmental factors, and you don't mean...
Speaking of lead in the brain, TryMasterFocus.com.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
TryMasterFocus.com. Speaking of lead in the brain, you heard what he said? Said lead in the brain lowers your IQ. They say, Hotep, you're a genius. Hotep got them herbs that remove those heavy metals from the bloodstream. TryMasterFocus.com. Make sure y'all get in now.
Like, you know, your home environment, you mean like actual toxins can affect how brain function works. Obviously, that could certainly be a factor in how brain function works. Now, the science will say on that what the science will say on that. I don't see anything remotely controversial about that particular challenge. You'd have to link the uptake of mercury. If you wanted to suggest that mercury and mercury intake is the lead, is sort of the leading edge of why you've seen a massive uptick in transgender identification in the United States in the last 4 years, you'd have to explain where that mercury is coming from, why are people eating more mercury now than they were like 10 or 15 or 40 or 70 years ago. I don't see the evidence of that. So again, if you want to show me the evidence, then that'd be kind of interesting. But I don't think anybody, right, left, or center, would have the scientific capacity to deny that environmental factors and the hormones that we take in have some sort of impact on the expression of our genetic.
Now, I agree with Ben. That's a really good take from Ben Shapiro. That's a very good take. I agree with Ben Shapiro. You know, and this is how the QAnon people, conspiracy theorists, they have you looking crazy out here. Could you be like, it's the mercury. The mercury's turning everybody gay. It's turning the frogs gay. And it's just like, okay, there's something there. But that is not the explanation for a boom in rainbowism. That does not explain it. The sharp rise of that population right now just doesn't match up. The numbers just don't make sense. It's just so much more than the amount that people would have to be exposed to mercury or some other substance for. You know what the rainbow problem is? I would say two major factors. And one leads to another. So let me say that one. Creepy fucking uncles, okay? Fucking abusing kids is leading to mental illness and many dysphorias.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
That's number one. Okay? Dudes doing weird shit. Rapists. Abusers. Men who mentally abuse women and physically abuse women. Abusers, right? So abusers are one cause of mental illness, okay? Now, the other cause of this mental illness that I'm guessing now, this is just rhetoric, I would say it has to do with the quality of life in America. It's too damn high. It's too damn high. It's too damn high. You know, only in a privileged society do you have time to change your gender.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
You think you got time to change your gender when you got to pick diamonds out the mine? You think you got time to change your gender when you got to run these packs for the cartel below the border? And that's what you was raised in? You think you got time for that? You think you got time when you live in the Amazon? When you're a part of a tribe, one of these villages? The Maasai laugh at you because the Maasai don't have all your little trinkets. They don't want your trinkets because they understand that your trinkets lead to deformities within your population. So the Maasai tribe, like you see in South Africa, you see they happy. And then you come around and you tell them, yo, back in America, you know, people don't know what gender they are, and the Maasai is laughing at you. And you go, oh, the Maasai, you don't got all these trinkets. And the Maasai is saying, yo, we ain't got no T-people either. So I think a lot of it has to do with the quality of life. These kids got too much damn privilege. Life is too easy. They're coddled. They're spoiled. I think one of the leading causes of this for young boys is participation trophies. You know, when we played a sport, you had first place trophies, second place trophies, and third place got a little ribbon. You didn't even want the ribbon because the ribbon was just like, it's just a ribbon. You know, you had a little safety pin and you pinned it on yourself and you looked like the guy that lost, okay? Nobody wanted the ribbon. You wanted the trophy. You had first place and second place. And I remember winning first place one year and the second place team didn't even want the second place trophies. They took them eventually, but they didn't want them. Kids was crying because they thought they was going to win because they had won every year prior. And when they didn't win that year, they were like, oh my God. And then that team recruited me.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Very next year, we won the chip too.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Got me another first place trophy. Back-to-back first place trophies. You know what I mean? I had to get it out the mud. I was a winner. I was born a winner. We was winning. That's what I did. We won. We got trophies. If you didn't get a trophy, you learn how to deal with a loss. You learn how to deal with a loss. Some of these kids are growing up. They've been coddled their whole life. They hit adulthood and they don't know how to deal with these problems because they never had to deal with problems because somebody fixed their problems for them every single time. They're spoiled. And that's leading to, you know, boredom. Also, when we factor in social media, the TikToks, the Instagrams, the need to keep up with other people. We know that, comparison to others is the thief of joy. We know this. We know that an idle mind is a devil's mind. We know this. So you're sitting around and you're doom scrolling on social media all day. You know, all you're doing is changing your biology with neurotransmitters and hormones. Just the entire way you perceive life changes you physically. If you perceive life, and I teach kids this in this exact language, 13 and up. PG-13 shit, right? Basically what I say is, if you believe in placebo and you know placebo to be true and everybody knows it's a scientific fact, placebo, if you perceive your environment as if you're a victim in that environment, your body's going to emit bitch-ass neurotransmitters or bitch-ass juice. I call it bitch-ass juice. The kids always laugh. The boys always laugh. Bitch-ass juice. But if you perceive your environment as if you're a winner, well, the neurotransmitters that are produced inside the brain Well, now we call those kick-ass juices, okay? And this is the difference between even you got hormones like cortisol, right? But also social media, right? The poor relationship you have with the dopamine that's, you know, desired on a daily basis based upon interactions on social media, you know, those type of transmitters, abuse of drugs and alcohol also is going to disrupt your neurotransmitters. So the brain ain't even thinking. This is why, you know, trymasterfocus.com.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
You need to cleanse the mind biologically so people can start thinking straight. And once they're thinking straight, then you can apply logic. But a lot of these people are living in emotions because how they perceive their environment, the placebo is producing things to support these emotions, these feelings, to counteract how this person perceives this environment. If you perceive your environment to be a winner, you get kick-ass juices flowing through your neurotransmitters. I'm sorry, your neural pathways. It's just how biology works. So if somebody's raised like a bitch, well, is probably a really good reason why they identify as a bitch.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
They have genetically, I can't even say genetically because I haven't gotten a chance to study genetics in depth. But I would say biologically, by perceiving by the way you perceive your environment. That's why it's very important for you to perceive all environments as if you're a winner. This is the difference between job interviews, networking. A person who walks in the room with their chest poked out and their confidence exuding from their aura is going to do better than others. Right? So that's my theory on the T-ism. Let's go back in the Grift bag. We got to cover Texas. I don't want to get too deep in the weeds here. Let's talk about Texas. So we got a couple of tabs we got to open up. Hold on. Okay, so we got this one. We got this one. That's 2 tabs open. Is that it? Is that it for this? Oh, 3 tabs open. I'm sorry. I knew there was another one in here. All right, so we got a couple of tabs to go over for the Texas situation. Let's see, what order should we give this to you in? Let's go here first. Why wait? Tariq Nasheed.
That Hotep Jesus dude.
Thanks, bro. The Texas mall shooter was a card-carrying white supremacist. What did I tell you about those black shoes with white laces? So Tariq Nasheed, gunman in Texas. Media says, you know, neo-Nazis. I saw it on the news this morning when I went out. I saw it. It was right there on the TV. They New York News called it, you know, neo-Nazi sympathizer was what came across my screen. And then somebody called. So here it is. So this person says, he's Hispanic and has on Chucks. Y'all weird, right? So a black man, you see it right here, right? No, that's not a black man. That's a Drake. That's a Drake and a body count. Oh my God, he almost got me. Oh my God. Alleged black man. But he said he's Hispanic and has on Chucks. Y'all weird. And well, Tariq Nasheed responded to him. I generally don't respond to people with less than 5,000 followers. It's kind of like my rule. It just, it's just a rule that helps me navigate spam. But yeah, unless you're like one of the homies, I don't really look at follower count if you're one of the homies. But if you're an outsider or, somebody who is a detractor, then yeah. So anyway, he posts this and he circled race white. He circled race white for this Hispanic guy. And I've said this on Hotep's Been Told You. Are Spanish people people of color? Or are they white? And I always tell people they're white. They are white. Now, I'm not saying white culturally. Culturally, we know they're not white. But in these systems, they always put them as white. I don't know. Okay? In these systems, they always put him as white. Now, would I call this guy white? No, I absolutely would not. I would not call this guy white. First of all, we don't know. We don't even know if this guy is the exact suspect. I might have to go and see. Anyway, so Isabella Riley, shout out to Isabella Riley. She said, "Dear effing retard, why would a Mexican be a white supremacist? You fake news shill. Maybe you should focus on getting your ratings up before you call a pregnant woman a F-head on Twitter. BITCH." And this is in response to Keith Olbermann. I understand that Keith Olbermann is definitely not too popular amongst the right-wing circles. The mass murderer was, like you, a white supremacist lunatic. I don't know how they drew neo-Nazi and white supremacist lunatic out of this guy. I believe we're still waiting on the details of all of that. Let's go to the next one. And then we'll circle back and talk about it. We're going to open up phone lines, 202-596-5631, 202-596-5631. So she says here, conservative in bio. Y'all remember I used to do that? I'm pretty sure like people credit me with being a guy who started, I'll just respond to you what you have in your bio. First, it started out with BLM in the bio. I was like, oh, BLM in the bio. Like you say something stupid to me, I'll just highlight and say BLM in the bio. And then everybody sort of ran with it, so I stopped. But it's good to see that, that style is still alive. She says conservative in the bio. And it says saying you can't be a white supremacist if you're not white is like saying you can't be an LGBT activist if you're not gay. Why is this so hard for people to understand? To me, that sounds like mental gymnastics to cover up the fact that you don't want to admit that the guy isn't white. Like he might be white on paper, but he's not white. He's not a white guy. He's Mexican, right? I think. He's definitely Hispanic. His last name is Hispanic. And we'll pull up that article in just a moment here and I'll show it to you. I doubted that it was true. I was like, no, there's no way. And Chad sent me a link and I'm like, is this real? And he sent me, because it was New York Post. You know how we feel about New York Post sometimes. So then he sent me another link. I think it's from the Washington Post. And it was like, it said the same thing. The shooter's last name is, Garcia or something like that. He says the shooting in Allen, Texas hit very close to home and made me rethink some things. I'm far less pro 2A today than I was days ago. I want liberty for myself and family. But the place I used to take my kids shopping for school clothes became a war zone yesterday. I don't know. I feel like in a 2A society, we would have put him down before. If everybody was strapped in that situation, I don't think he would have tried that. He'd have been eliminated too fast. He'd probably got one person down, and then the rest of the people would have, somebody else would have put him down. I think everybody need to be strapped, man. Everybody need to be strapped like an old Western town. So I can't, I don't know if this guy is conservative or not, but, Kenzie Tough says, I thought her name used to be Puff. Anyway, she's saying that he has conservative in his bio, et cetera, et cetera. Kind of wild. Kind of freaking wild. Whew. Let's go back in the bag. I'll bring this up on the screen. Hold on a second. Here we go. All right, you see this on your screen? All right, right there. There we go. What to know about Mauricio Garcia, the Texas mall shooter? See that name, Garcia? Now the question then becomes, I mean, we can get really deep in the weeds on this whole race thing. Garcia is from Spain, and Spain is Spanish, and that's European. Or Spanish is Spain, or is Spain Spanish? I don't know. Espanol, I guess. Or España. 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 Garcia es España. O Español. Okay. What to know about Mauricio Garcia. Yeah. Garcia. Okay. This is alleged his name. Mauricio Garcia. The school, okay. So they said at least 8 people. RIP to those people. 7 more outside the shopping mall. They say here he may have had white supremacist or neo-Nazi beliefs. People familiar with their investigation said on Sunday. Yeah, I'd love to see some. You know, I'm always, you know, I want to know. You know, is that the truth? Where's the evidence, right? So a police officer neutralized a suspect. Apparently the image going around the internet is not him, but I don't know if that's true either. Maybe that is him, what we showed on the screen. But some people are saying it's not him. Some people there are saying it is him. If you have, well, the real Mauricio Garcia, please stand up. Oh, wait, he can't. Hold up, Cannon texting me. Jabari's texting me. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Oh, my Lord. See, this is why I don't speculate until I see the evidence. Hold on. Let's put that in the Grift bag. Shout out to the squad. Shout out to Cannon. We got some images we got to put up on the screen. Hold on. Breaking news. I don't know if it's breaking, but we're going to pretend like it's breaking for, you know, for theatrics, for drama. Let's see. Oh, my Lord. They going all out with the psyops. They going all out. Oh, man. Hold on. Y'all see it? What the hell? They got a... What the... La Razza Nazi. There's a Mexican contingent of Nazis? Is this him? He got one of them Ukraine symbols on him. SS. What does SS stand for again? Oh, man. I stopped studying German history like 6 months ago. Schloster. I forgot. Oh, man. If anybody knows in the chat, don't give me the English breakdown either. It's gotta be in German for authenticity. Hold on. SS. Let's see here. There it is. I found it. Let's put this on your screen. Schutzstaffel. 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 So they got the Schutzstaffel on they badges. Allegedly. I don't know if AI created this art or what the hell's going on. They got the Punisher logos. I don't know what that means. The PSYOP is op in the day. Okay, took a while, but I found the Anad Klasnicki profile of the Allen, Texas shooter, described in this New York Times article. Okay, so it says here, investigators trying to learn why a gunman fatally shot at least 8 people at a Texas mall are examining a social media profile rife with hate-filled rants against women and black people that they believe belong to the gunman. The profile found on the social media site OK.ru. What is this? Matches the gunman's birthday and refers to a motel where he was staying before the shooting. The profile also includes language praising Hitler with references to neo-Nazi websites like the Daily Stormer. On Sunday, officials identified the gunman, who was killed at the mall by a police officer, as Mauricio Garcia. Oh man, how old was he? 33. There go that number. There go that number. And for my conspiracy theorists, I gotta do it. For my conspiracy theorists, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Scottish Rite. 33rd degree Freemason. Now I ain't saying it's a op, but it's got all the makings of one. I ain't saying it's a op. Third degree. Oh, I'm about to go to Google for it because, you know, Wikipedia is not cooperating. See it right there. Scottish Rite can be elected, received by the 33rd degree, 33 degrees by the Supreme Council. What is the highest degree of Freemasonry? 33. I just had to go retro Alex Jones on y'all. Oh my Lord. So apparently this is his YouTube channel. What's going on here? What's going on here? Schutzstaffel. He got the Schutzstaffel on. What do we make of this? You guys really want me to sit up here and not be a conspiracy theorist with all of this? Is that what I'm supposed to do? What is OK.ru? What is that? What is OK.ru? What is that? Anybody ever chat? Have you ever been on the website OK.ru? I've never even heard of this OK.ru. It doesn't even sound like something I would log into. And RU, what country is that? NL would be Dutch. RU would be Russia? Would RU be Russia? So this is a Russian op or Russian website? Yeah. DJ Chaz just said it. Yeah. Is this RU Russian? You see the This is just no. We can't do this. We can't do this. We can't do this. We can't do it. We can't do it. I refuse. I absolutely refuse. I refuse. And then to know what came out today in the mainstream media, I can't sit up here and give this a whole lot of energy. I just can't do it. Can't do it. Y'all see those images? Is that him? Or are we? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Tell me if I'm tripping. Is this him? Damn. if this is him, is this a real thing? Do they have Mexican Nazis? My man got the full Nazi regalia. Maybe it was Halloween and this is all one day. Maybe it's like a Halloween party. And, you know, nobody else was invited except for people that want to dress up like Nazis. Then you combine that with an RU? An RU website? All right, let's go to OK.ru. Let's see what this is. Okay, so you need to log in. Okay, so they don't even have like any forward-facing elements or anything like that. This is like a Gmail type suite thing going on here. You got your email, your cloud, your calendar, TV listens. This is a sort of a Google destination, I guess, but for Russia. They have a lady button. What happens when you hit the lady button? Is this like Russian mail order brides? What is this? Oh, this is all like content for women. Okay. That makes sense. This is definitely Russian. So he was on a Russian website, a Mexican on a Russian website. Google's asking me to translate. I don't want to translate. I want to look at the Russian text. I want everything to be in Russian. Wow. Wow. So what section was he in? If that's the ladies section, where was he at? Let's hit more. What section was he under? All right. Let's hit VK, whatever that is. Let's see what VK.com. This is okay. This is some sort of Facebook type, Instagram meta. This just looks like a meta clone. He was probably on here. He was probably on this VK thing. Let's go back. So this is his profile. What the hell? You got girls with boobies. Lord have mercy. So there's not much here. Okay, you got to log in to see that. Can't see all photos, obviously, because I got to log in and create an account, which I'm not about to do. What kind of posts are these? Anyway, I guess we're on the his alleged profile. See, April 26th. Yeah, somebody braver than me can go in and log in and look at all his posts, but you know me, I don't dive deep into the. This is actually way too deep for me. I don't dive into the ops that deep. I don't dive into his profile. You know, when was his last tweet, and I don't do that. I don't do that. You know. Let me open up phone lines because this is messy. This is absolutely messy work here. 202-596-5631. 202-596-5631. I'm gonna post a number in the chat. We gotta open up phone lines. I want to hear what y'all gotta think about this, man. I gotta hear what y'all think about this because this is absolutely insane. I know Uncle Hotep lost his mind last night over this. DMW shot 24/7 became a new member. Yo, one of my membership tiers in here allows you to stream. You get to stream with me for the Grift Report. You know, once a month. You know, you come on and you'll be like my Uncle Hotep. One of the tiers in there. Check the perks. Check the perks. So in case you guys ever want to do a show with me, it is absolutely possible.
Call from
Cannon.
Cannon, yo, what's up, bro? Talk to me, man.
What's up, bro? Yeah, this shit crazy. So, like, right before you went live, I was talking about it. And I'm sitting there like, yo, mainstream media been making shit up. Here they go. They saying, because it was, I guess they trying to say he was, you know, the new face of white supremacy and all this other stuff. Then, Nuance, bro, I'm sitting there looking at Twitter, and he was saying, so they used to look like to me. I'm like, oh, he bugged me. And then I look under his thing, then Matt Bender has pictures, the tweet I sent you.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn. I'm like, but then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, yo, what? I mean, it can't be that far from the truth, I guess you could say, because Hitler Youth was, old Dolph Youth was in Argentina at a point back in the 40s, remember?
Yes.
Argentina back in the
Yes.
40s, the mid to late 40s, there was that the youth organization for old Dolph. So who knows how far that might have ran into South America throughout the years, and maybe it's a possibility, I guess. I stand corrected for what I was saying in my stream. I just thought that it was gaslighting. Could very well be a thing. However, there's been a lot of incidents that's happening in the past few weeks. It's too much of a coincidence to me that all of this stuff is going down in the past few weeks. You know what I mean? It seems like Treadstone might be working overtime on this. You know what I mean?
Well, yes.
Because you couldn't find nothing on Yo for like the past couple of days. Like you couldn't find anything. And now all of a sudden, here go his Facebook post.
And that's why I said, and that's why you heard me say earlier, I'm not going to discount the fact that he was a white supremacist because I need to wait. And the reason why I said that is because I know the games they like to play. They love to play the suspense game, let everybody speculate, and then hit you with some shit to make you look stupid, to discredit you. So when people take the bait and say, yo, this guy isn't a white supremacist, and I saw that on my timeline this morning, I'm like, we're going to take a look at it, but I don't know yet. And
because this happened Saturday, right?
You said what?
This happened Saturday, right? So
yeah.
So I was like, okay, Monday we should know, I think by Monday morning we should know what we need to know.
Yes.
So that's why I didn't say nothing about it this weekend. Like I mentioned yesterday, just a quick mention of it. But then I get into work. I start looking through everything. I don't find nothing. Then
that was my red flag. That was my red flag.
Damn.
I couldn't find anything. And you don't have to do much investigative work because there's a lot of people already doing that work. So I'm not even checking Googles or articles. I'm checking threads. I'm in threads.
Right, that's what I was doing.
So when I seen people post a dude's picture, I didn't run with it. I checked the thread, and the thread's like, yo, that's not him. That's a different Mauricio Garcia. And I know that's why you got to be careful because there's a million Garcias out there. It's a million Mauricio Garcias out there. So I definitely saw that as plausible. So I'm like, I don't know if that's him or not.
I seen two pictures, right? Earlier today when I was getting ready for my stream. I seen two pictures. One was the one that everybody's running with, right?
Yeah.
Which is crazy because right now it must be a Mandela effect because I'm having deja vu like we already had this conversation.
Yeah.
But I digress. But then I seen another picture of another guy, but they favored the one that everybody's using, and the other guy, which so happened to look like what you've been showing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking like it was another picture. Like, okay, well, they kind of favor it as it just look like maybe his hair's cut down lower.
Yeah.
Or that might be the same dude. But yeah, it's crazy. And then people think they think in Chat GPT or Midjourney or something like that, or AI, and I'm like, well, AI can't read. So it's like not read, but it won't. If you got words or something, it'll garble it up. You know what I mean?
Well, the Midjourney will. The Midjourney one will. Yeah.
But
you got to remember,
software.
it can read. That's how it's creating the images. But it can't.
Okay.
It just sucks at Midjourney. Sucks at adding words to things. Like it just can't. It can't spell.
AI, yeah. That's what I mean. AI, not read. It can't spell. It garbles the words, or it look crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, this may not be AI generated because it's got the words and stuff. Even the symbol would have been all jacked up because even when I use AI,
they wouldn't have.
My avatars and stuff.
Well, you could have the
up.
AI give you a palette, okay, or a template or a background. And you could have somebody edit it up because, that's how, my guy Patrick over at Syscoin, when he makes his artwork, sometimes, the AI is just giving him a canvas and then he applies things over it, for his marketing efforts for Syscoin and Rolex or whatever, So, they don't need, exact detail. Some kid with Photoshop can clean it up later.
Yeah, he can remove and review the joint. That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, all right, it's been almost 48 hours. What's out is out. So I'm looking, and then next thing you know, boom, I'm like, oh, dang.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I stand corrected on that. However, I'm like, it's still got to be some kind of narrative. I'm pretty sure a manifesto might pop out here tonight or tomorrow.
Well, last week,
it's still sketchy, right?
well, last week we had Jordan Neely, right? And now we
Right,
have,
yep.
over the weekend, we have a white supremacist, right? This is all part of grifting season.
Yeah. Then you had the hospital with the CDC workers down in Atlanta, with the dude that ran up in the hospital with that.
Yep.
And then I think somebody going to try to air out a Fox affiliate, if I'm not mistaken.
Who?
Went and tried to air out I was reading an article last week that somebody went and tried to air out a Fox affiliate. Tried to shoot a Fox affiliate.
Oh, yeah?
Fox affiliate, yeah. Then you got the person that ran down. This one I found out today on the stream. Somebody ran down 17 people for the car.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, yeah.
In Texas, too.
Yeah.
There's a lot happening. It's a lot happening in such a little bit of time. Where I'm like, yo, you said it's grifting season. They working overtime, boy.
Yo,
They working overtime.
it's time to get low. It's time to get low. I'm
Time to
staying
get
in the
low.
house.
Who you telling? I just said on the stream, I said, I'm going to have to carry something bigger when I leave the house. I'm going to have to keep something heavy on me. Like, because you never know what's going to happen right now.
Yeah, you remember I bought my I built my AR. Yeah, I was preparing.
Yeah.
You never know what kind of stuff could go down. You got to protect yourself.
Exactly.
Got to protect yourself out here.
I might be like backpack. Might be on my door to explore out the backpack.
Keep something in the
It's just
backpack.
crazy. You never know. Yeah,
You never know.
My job today, second time this week, somebody got in the building, roaming the building. They supposed to be in there. Police looking for them.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And I'm just like, yeah, because like anything can go south at any given time. You know, you gotta be prepared. You gotta keep your head on the swivel.
Keep your head on the swivel.
Like I told people in my stream, you gotta know the exit strategy. No matter where you are, know how to get out of there. 'Cause
Yep.
This stuff ain't gonna stop. So you gotta be prepared. Protect your neck. So be strapped up, and it's not enough to be strapped up. You gotta have an exit strategy everywhere you are.
Mm-hmm.
You at the movie, know where the exits are. You at Applebee's, know where the exits are. You at a concert, look for them exits. No matter where you are, know how to get out of there.
And never sit with your back to the door, fellas.
Never sit with your back to the door ever. That's no matter where I go, I never sit with my back to the door. I try to sit where I can observe the entire place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it just always be like that because we live in strange times, y'all, and we living in a time where we live in a violent society. Gotta no matter gun laws or legislation going to legislate evil.
Yeah, I want to put this nugget out there. The best place to sit in a restaurant is near the kitchen. Now, it has its drawbacks, right? Mostly because you're going to hear the chatter of the kitchen, the pots banging and all of that. So you're going to get a little bit of loudness. The best part is, though, your food comes out faster and fresher because you're closer to the kitchen. That food tends to get run really fast because some people don't want to go to the far side of the restaurant. So they'll be like, oh, I'll run food, but I'll run something close. They cherry pick. They'll look at tickets and be like, if it's a table close, then they'll run the food anyway. But also because if shit goes down, yeah, I used to work in a restaurant, so. But there's an exit in the kitchen, so you want to sit next to the kitchen because if something goes down, you can easily sneak through the kitchen and get out through the back door. You can't miss the back door. It's wide open because they got to drag garbage and all types of stuff out there. So the best place to sit is next to the goddamn kitchen.
Yeah, and then I was telling everybody, like, because, it's in Texas, and you would think, like, Texas, it wasn't nobody out there strapped.
Yeah.
Like, when I went to Texas, I found out that, like, when I was in Houston, I went to a mall in Houston, and it had a no gun sign on it. And I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm concealed anyway saying it. So I just take out my USCCA app, and I'm just looking at the rules. I'm like, well, what's the rule about no gun signs in Texas? And it depends on what part of Texas you're in, but Houston, if it say no guns allowed, they strictly enforce that. So if you get caught with a gun on you, they might take you in.
Right.
So I'm like, oh shit, okay. So I'm wondering, like, with that outlet mall, do those stores, is that how that is in that part of Texas where that outlet mall strictly enforces a no gun policy? And if people was following it, because they didn't want to deal with the legal ramifications behind not obeying that sign. Like here in Maryland, it's just suggested. like it'll say no guns allowed, but it's suggested that it's no guns allowed. So like if somebody do see me with my gun on me, or I conceal anyway, but they really can't enforce it. It's just a suggested sign.
Yeah.
But in certain parts of the United States, they strictly enforce those no gun zone signs.
Yeah.
You know, which is dumb because, you know, like in Indiana, the guy stopped the dude, put 10 shots on him at 40 yards away. You know, he had his gun on him when they said no guns allowed, but he wasn't there to hurt nobody. But the dude came up there with the AR, you know, intending to hurt people, and he laid him down. They still called him a vigilante and wanted him arrested too. You know what I mean? But at the same time, y'all, you gotta keep your head on the swivel. You gotta be aware of your surroundings. Profiling is not a bad thing. It keeps you alive. So when people tell you don't profile shit, profile away. Profile and keep you alive.
Definitely want to profile.
Keep you alive.
Jimmy Doss said, my wife
day.
said everyone should have a 48-hour role like HJ. What is that? What is that, Jimmy Doss? I don't know what that is. Y'all, appreciate you calling in, Ken.
They wait 48 hours before you
speculate.
Yeah.
Well, the Grift doesn't allow for that. The dark side of the Grift says you have to strike now while the Grift is hot. You're not allowed to sit around and wait for details. No, you get in there, you speculate, you say the dude wasn't a white supremacist, and then later on you come back and you say something, you know, or you disappear, you know, while people are, you know, you feel embarrassed, or you double down on your Grift and go, well, this is fake, and, you know, AI created this, or whatever it is that you're going to say to get out of the fact that, you know, maybe you were wrong. So the Grift doesn't allow it. The Grift doesn't allow somebody to wait 48 hours. But, you know, like I said, the only thing to me was, you know, like I said, it smelled like a op. When I saw his age was 33, that to me, that smelled like a op. I wasn't sure if that picture was him. But and then I'm like, Mexican Nazis. But then when y'all said it's from Argentina, I'm like, okay, Argentina, that's the place for.
I don't know if he is from Argentina.
No, this is what Chad said. Chad said there's some Argentinian links here.
Oh yeah.
Hitler Youth. Oh no, the name of the group Hitler Youth was in Argentina.
It was in Argentina. Yeah.
Yeah. So
we had a branch in Argentina.
So maybe that's he was a part of that group.
It's certain parts of Argentina that speak German.
You said what?
There's certain parts of Argentina where they speak German.
Where they speak German? Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes. It was ethnic cleansing down there. So.
Oh yeah.
It gets wild. Yeah, man. But let me get to these callers, man.
All right, Hotep and Bill.
All right, Hotep and Bill, bro. It's Ken and Hotep, y'all.
Call from
Jonah, what up, man?
Man, how are you?
Good. How you feeling, man?
Oh, I'm coughing right now, but I'm the perfect guy to call today, right?
Uh-oh. Lay it on me.
So, first thing is with, you know, with the kids being all in the rainbow, I'll go into that real quick. You know, we all say strippers have daddy issues, right? Abandonment. That also goes for boys, too, right? So that'd be another reason, right?
Yes.
They're trying to replace their father.
Yes. Absolutely. I would definitely corroborate that.
Now, as far as the laces that Tariq was going into, first off, doesn't matter if they're shoes, because it wouldn't be shoes, but you'd have to have his boots. It has to be ladder laces.
Ladder lace
White
boots.
would be it doesn't matter the color either.
No, color doesn't matter. Okay.
So it would not matter at all what color the boots are, as long as it's white laces and they're ladder laces. That would be like white power symbolism.
Aha, got you.
Now, when you're talking about the Nazis, right?
Yeah.
Now, the Nazis originally were the drill and all dark arts occult stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's possible that he's going to like the real route with the old dark arts occult stuff with the Freemasons. Oh yeah, check your DMs. I sent you a wild video. But so it'd be possible he's doing the dark arts with Freemasons or whatever, right? Occult shit, right?
Yeah.
Now that would be the original meaning of the Nazis. I think a lot of World War II is a lie.
You said the original meaning of the Nazis is some dark arts.
Well, it's the real society, it's full society, right? So they were dark arts occulted.
Yes, I'm familiar with that. Yes.
Now the swastika too. That comes from the Polaris. and the Big Dipper. So if you actually look where Big Dipper is around, that's the Four Seasons around Polaris. That's where that symbolism comes from. Now, the other thing is too. Sorry, I'm dying here today. But
take your time.
The other thing is too, right? Now the word Nazi, does it come from National Socialism or National Zionism, right?
You said what?
Does the word Nazi come from National Socialism or National Zionism?
I don't know.
Well, like just look at it, right? Again, that might just be from the camps, right? That might be a slur that they used against them, right?
Oh,
but I've never actually seen anyone explain why it's ZI and not SO.
Oh my God! All right, Jonah, that's your time, bro. We gotta go, man. I'll catch you later.
But again, because they're wearing ladder laces and no boots, I would say that he's not actually, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. All right, salute, bro. We gotta go, man. I'll holler at you later.
Yeah.
Jonah just never know when to stop. He never knows when to stop. Cannon Hotep said Hitler Youth was in Argentina too. Carlos Africa, I got my money on using AI to form a digital Hispanic Nazi. Looked like we had a missed call there. Go ahead, call in 202-596-5631. There you are.
Call from
Goldstein.
Hotep Goldstein on the chat. What's up, bro?
What's happening, man?
What's good, man? How you feeling, bro?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. Life is good. Life's good. Talk to me. It's a Grifty Monday. Tell me what's going on here, man.
Hey, that great replacement runs deep in a motherfucker, don't it?
Savage.
Yeah, they ain't playing no more. They said we want all y'all shit.
Oh.
No, but
that's crazy. That's deep right there. But that's what this is, right? This is a manifestation of that.
It had to be the result.
Also, democratic immigration policies.
Yep.
Right?
Oh yeah, it's all connected, man. You know, I was gonna get on here and talk about some shit like until the whole pictures and all that shit showed up, because you know, out here in the system, in the prison system, they got this shit called IHP. Arizona got sued over some shit because one of them gay people wanted to live with one of like his husband or some shit, right?
Okay.
And it's a whole thing. It's case law. You can look it up. But the state ultimately got sued, so they had to integrate all of the prison systems. So there could no longer be any housing with just your own race and shit like that. And I know out here, the Mexicans, to get around that, they house with the white boys, and the white boys house with them, because they got an understanding like that in the system out here.
Okay.
So what I was going to say is any type of like jail intake or anything, that shit can't really be taken seriously when they start listing races, because sometimes it's that, or sometimes it could just be them trying to avoid the ops while they in there. So they say, I'm white, so that way they ain't getting fucked off by the people for doing something crazy or so whatever. You know what I mean?
I got you.
But then the pictures and shit showed up, so I was like, well, goddamn, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. All I know is the white folks in this country, whether they're far right, far left, they need to start reclaiming their shit, man, because they losing ground.
Well, I was thinking about that earlier about the far right. I want them to stand down. To me, it looks like that's the base they're trying to invigorate. They're trying to put the battery in the back of that element. And I want them to stand down, because I think they're going to get caught. I think they're going to get caught with their pants down.
Yeah, I made a post about that, I think either yesterday or this morning or whatever. I was like, yo, man, they trying to antagonize y'all. They keep saying everything is white supremacy, white this, white that. Eventually, someone who's unhinged is going to grab onto that and be like, yo, they attacking us, and he's going to do something stupid, and then they're going to have their reward. They're going to have what they were looking for this whole time.
Yep. Yep.
I just don't know how effective that can be for them, the narrative spinners, when it's a brown face doing it. I mean, even though he may be on some Hitler shit, that doesn't necessarily mean that shit should carry any weight, because that'd be like me jumping on some Hitler shit, or like a white boy jumping on some FOI shit. Ain't nobody gonna take that serious. You're just a bone nut. That's all you are. You grabbed onto some shit that should be listened to and looked at, but you yourself personally are just a
well, check
lone
this
nut.
out. Well, check this out. You know, you got my neurons firing right now. How do they spin the narrative when the so-called Nazi is Hispanic and they are so pro-immigration? You know, a side of me wants to say, because if you look at the press secretary, what she said, they're trying to clamp down on immigration, and they might be trying to toss the immigrants to the side to a certain level, mostly because they might not win that vote, because all them Hispanics is going to be voting for Trump.
You know
what I'm saying? They might discard that element and try to make them look like Nazis so they can get a handle on that border, because that border's a mess. And they're like, yo, if we don't get a handle on this border, we're going to have a bigger problem in this country. And these people are flooding the United States and they not voting for us. That might be what they're finding out. So there's levels to this.
Oh, yeah. Look, Chad, the homie who did the opening for your show, right?
Yeah.
He be out there fighting fires, and I'm sure he'll be the first to
Cash
tell
his
you.
can.
Yeah, Cash his can. He'll be the first to tell you anytime you starting a controlled blaze, you do have to put that shit out. So if this was a controlled demolition or a controlled blaze of the United States through immigration, through LGBT, through this, through that, through the third, at some point, they're going to have to put those fires out, like,
yes,
significantly, and stamp them out. It's not going to look pretty for everybody who was involved.
That's a real good analogy.
Man, and this just might, like you said, be the way that they do that, to start to pivot in the other direction. Well, white supremacy is a problem, but the most significant threat as it pertains to that is coming from south of the border.
Yes.
So we got to shut this down. That way the Democrats can pivot without looking like they're hypocrites.
Correct. Without looking like hypocrites. Yes, yes. But you bring up a good point. It's going to be very interesting to watch how they spin this, being that he's a Hispanic with all his Nazi ties. So it's like, how do you spin that? Do you play up the Nazi side? Do you where do you go from there? Do you start telling people that Argentina, is a white society? It's going to be fun. I'm going to have fun watching them try to scramble to make sense of this. Because the people at the top really aren't concerned with the messaging, into the minor details. But, all the politicians as they run, they're in their offices right now, like having those meetings as we speak. What's the messaging on this? What's the messaging on this? What's the messaging on this? This is what everybody's working on right now. Because they're going to have to speak about it when they go in front of cameras or, campaign trail. They need to know what the messaging on this. And it's going to be very interesting to watch them try to navigate that.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I want to see how they mop up all this shit they done spilled. This is going to be interesting, because I know the way they did it in Weimar, Germany, is they spilled a bunch of shit and then elected a right-wing fascist to just go in and start tearing shit down. So, I mean, and if you look at you look at the shit DeSantis is on, talking about Chinese citizens can't own land. I mean, goddamn, bro. Really?
Well,
so that's the next wave coming in. maybe not him specifically, but that mindset is coming in after Biden.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I could see it biting Biden in the ass.
Man.
If he even is able to run.
Nah, he ain't gonna run.
That's what we said last time. That's what we said last time. We all said it. This is, people say, Hotep Jesus, are you ever wrong? Yeah. I said Biden wasn't going to make it through his administration. And God damn it, he made it through it. And he trying to run again. And I'm just like, yo, they really pulling a weekend at Bernie's. And the only thing I can make sense out of that is I think what they thought was, we'll put Biden in, we'll have him serve a few months, then we'll transition Kamala into that seat, and then we'll have the first black female president. We could play all that up, da-da-da-da. But what I think happened was they got into that meeting, that first meeting, and they were like, we don't know who's dumber, Biden or Kamala. And they was like, we can't take the chances on her because I don't think she gets it. That's my thing. You said what?
She fumbled the bag with all that weird ass laughing.
Word. She gonna fumble the messaging up.
Man.
She gonna fumble it, and it's bad enough that he's fumbling the message, but he's fumbling the message just because he's deteriorating mentally. But she's gonna fumble the message in many different ways that they can't predict. At least with Biden, they can say, "Oh, he's 80 years old. Give him a break." He had a stutter when he was younger. Give him a break. You're being mean to people with disabilities, right? They got an excuse. But for her, they ain't got no excuse if she fumbled.
Oh, no. Ain't nothing worse than a smart dummy.
Big facts, man. Big facts.
All right, bro. I'm going to let you get back to your show, though. You have a nice day.
All right, Hotep and Bill. Damn. Insane in the membrane. Who was that just called? Okay, well, we got you in there. Pause. Yeah, so a lot of this is about optics. A lot of this stuff is about optics. But I really think it's super slick how we got all of this right when all eyes were supposed to be on Hunter. All eyes are supposed to be on Hunter, but instead we get the Nazi photo drop. Let me check the internet right now and see what are they saying about this. Like I said, I was like, I didn't want to say he wasn't a white supremacist because you never know, they're gonna pull it right out the bag. Look, they got more up here. Oh my Lord. Wow. This psyop is psyoping. What's it say? Bellingcat reporter. What is this? Eric Toller found here he is again with he's a weird looking dude, man. Didn't I tell y'all about these weird, like when people are like physically unattractive, they tend to like be just like have mental illness. It's just like, bro, like if you get your money up, you're no longer ugly. I don't know what it is, but like I've never met an ugly rich person. Like it's really hard to be ugly and rich at the same time. It's really, really hard. So he got these shit stuffing, right? He got all these tattoos. The psyop is opping. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. All I did was type in Nazi Texas shooter, and that stuff came up. I'm gonna just type in Nazi and see what comes up. I'm sure everybody's talking about it. Okay, so here we got Bryson Gray. He says, I do not mind admitting when I'm objectively wrong. Apparently, the mass shooter really was a neo-Nazi. This is reportedly a picture of him. If this is real, then I was wrong. Simple. See? And this is why I don't jump. Shout out to Bryson Gray. Did y'all check out my Bryson Gray mix? Go check out my Bryson Gray mix. It's a playlist on my channel. But this is why I don't jump out the window. This is why I don't jump out the window. I don't jump to the Twitter. I'm like, nope, I'm going to put it in the Grift bag. We're going to talk about it on the show. I'm not going to the timeline to tweet and say, yo, this is what happened. But Bryson is better than most of these grifters. We got to give Bryson a Don DeMarco. We got to give him one because at least he came out and said, I was wrong. You will not get that from the rest of these grifters. You will not get that from them. It takes a real man to say I was wrong. He says, I still can't make sense of a Mexican neo-Nazi. Now, I've said this on the show. Hotep's been told you. I said there is a certain contingent of Hispanics that are white that do not like Negroes. Don't like a lot of people. And I talked about that racist country called Argentina. We spoke about it. It's a white society. And they like to call, you know, Trumpers white supremacists and all that. I'm like, yo, what about them people below the border? Oh my God. Let's go back. Let's go back here. Lord have mercy. Fucking wild. Okay. Isabella Riley. Remember we started the show with her, right? I can admit when I'm wrong. I thought he was tied to the cartel. New evidence shows him with Nazi tattoos. He's more than likely tied to Ukraine than the cartel. So, Don DeMarco to her. This is what we were just talking about with Cannon, where I said, you know, the grift doesn't allow you to wait. You have to be first. Well, if you're going to be first and wrong, at least say sorry and admit that you were wrong. And Isabel did that, so we got to give her props. She said, you know, I was wrong. This is why we follow the Hotep rule, the Hotep way. Never jump to conclusions without evidence. Don't just assume. You see all this stuff getting passed around on social media. I had somebody ask me, say, how do you spot a social media psyop? My answer was, actually, I don't remember what my answer was.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
But it's really about, like, analyzing the situation and not jumping to the conclusions. That's like rule number one. Don't just jump into it. If you feel compelled to jump into it, you're probably falling for a psyop. You know, if you haven't sat down and looked at all sides and everything, you're probably gonna fall for the psyop. So you got to look at everything and really judge. You know, especially with the world of AI coming, you never know. You know, your eyes are gonna deceive you. Your eyes will absolutely deceive you. I'm just checking on the chat. What up, chat? What up, Trish? Let's go back. So this is the feed right now. Let me check this trends. Hold on. Cappy? What the hell is Cappy? All right, somebody hacked the internet. I'll show you. Look at this. I don't know what Cappy is, but there's like a bot farm that's like astroturfing it. So Cappy's trending. American Drag? What is this? Oh God. Justice for Gannon. Who is Gannon? I don't know what happened to Gannon. Respect for Gannon. Apparently, man, justice for Gannon, man. Justice for Gannon, man. I don't even know what it's for, but I hate to see shit happen to kids, man. So is Nazi trending? Nicki is coming. Brett Favre. The Weeknd. Dark Souls 2. That sounds like a video game. So Nazi's not trending? Let's see what else is trending under Nazi. So this fool's a Nazi, apparently. Let's go people I follow. Search settings. Let's go advanced search. Where is that? I know they have that on. Oh, here we go. People you follow right there. So Bryson's doing some tweeting on this. Yeah, he's obviously not white, but what the crap is a Mexican neo-Nazi. That's what I said, Bryson. That's what I said at this top of the show. What the hell is a Mexican neo-Nazi? I didn't even know they had those. So, it just comes down to, is he Argentinian? There's still so many questions around this kid. What's the goal of a Mexican Nazi and how does that work, says Based Megan. Here's Elon Musk. Elon Musk says, do they cite any evidence for him being a Nazi white supremacist? And this is where they get you. This is where they like to get you. This is where they like to get you. You don't need to. They've been doing this. Yeah. So what they'll do is, I said this is a trick. They'll put neo-Nazi white supremacists. Then everybody will go based upon the name, pull up the first Garcia that pops up in the database as being arrested, say that's him, find out it's not him, and then Monday they hit you with here's the evidence, right? And the thing is, they could have hit you with the evidence this morning, but they didn't. They wanted to. First they let you speculate, and everybody ran to the timeline to say he wasn't a Nazi. And then what happened? Then they hit you with the evidence later. So genius. It's so smart how they move. So smart how they move. So smart. Hold on, let me see. All right, let's go from anyone. I try to go from people I follow. Thank God people I follow weren't all caught up in the shit. So yeah, we're not finding anything new here. And it's not trending, which is weird. Chat, the PSYOP is opping. The PSYOP is opping. Said, wasn't he in Dallas originally? Well, that's where the situation took place. He said, why is Elon speaking on this? Elon got to get his grift on too, man. Elon got to get his grift on too, man. So you drive from Dallas to Allen. Well, so then there's that part, right? Like somebody said, is this MK Ultra Espanol? Right? There's that whole angle of the conspiracy theory. Is he a patsy? That's what people are gonna. That's what the tinfoil hatters are gonna say. Looks like he could have been a patsy, and the patsy's gonna come equipped with neo-Nazi regalia and a wonderful manifesto. I'm surprised they haven't mentioned a manifesto. We might hear about a manifesto coming soon, and then they'll be able to run that story a little bit longer. That's how it goes. Get low. Get low. Get low. And don't let the mercury turn you gay. Try masterfocus.com. Make sure you go get yourself some. If you turn into a gay frog. Oh my God. Eric Santos said he lives in Allen. I barely heard anything. You don't live in Allen, for real? I'm Hotep Jesus. Go get your Hotep Nation. Hotep Con tickets at hotepnation.com. Go get those ASAP. Our party is going down, or going up, as I like to say. August 17th to the 20th, Las Vegas, Nevada, at the Ahern Hotel. Nice, quiet, no slot machines hotel. Wonderful, wonderful time. Can't wait to see you guys. But It's glowing out here. Y'all be safe. Hotep and build.
Didn't listen to me then, I bet they feel me now. Time don't let me lose it. The booth not about to prove it. I said goes and pursue it. You the best to never do it. Invest my money talking fluent, stupid, ducking the Judas. It broke my heart, but over my eyes, you have no honor, I have no choice. Chasing the commas till I'm gone. I've been left for a minute. On my way home, mama, I promise, got caught up in it. Damn. Everybody eats when I'm batting at the plate. First, second, third, home, $1 million